Good evening. My name is Colette Morgan, and I recently completed my junior year from Northern Illinois University, where I'm majoring in political science and minoring in women's studies. I'm the senior student staff member at the Women's Resource Center, and I help to co-found and serve as the current vice president of Advocates for Choice. I am an Illinois State certified sexual assault and domestic violence advocate, and I assist in campus-wide trainings on sexual assault issues. I am pleased this evening to help honor a woman who has had an incredible impact on our society and is viewed by many as the godmother of the civil rights movement, the late Dr. Dorothy Height. She passed away in April at the age of 98, and Janice Fairby, the director of the Bethune Program Development Center at the National Council of Negro Women, Incorporated, is here with us this evening to accept the Women of Distinction Award on Dorothy Height's behalf. Will Janice Fairby please join me at the podium? Dr. Dorothy Irene Height was born in Richmond, Virginia on March 24, 1912, nearly a century ago. She earned her bachelor's and master's degree at New York University and did postgraduate studies and social work at Columbia University. Upon graduation, she became a caseworker with the New York City Welfare Department. By the late 1930s, she became the assistant executive director of the Harlem YWCA. In this position, she immediately began addressing the exploitation of Black women as domestic day laborers by the white suburban housewives, bringing the issue to national attention. In 1946, she oversaw the desegregation of the YWCA facilities nationwide, and in 1965, she founded the Y's Center for Racial Justice, which she led until 1977. From 1947 to 1956, Dorothy served as the national president of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, during which time she took it to a new level of organizational development and social activism. As a leading civil rights activist, Dorothy helped with protests in Harlem during the 1930s. She lobbied First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt on behalf of civil rights causes in the 1940s, and in the 1950s, she urged President Dwight D. Eisenhower to do more to address school desegregation. During the height of the civil rights movement in the 1960s, Dorothy was an instrumental leader and strategist who often worked with Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr. Today, Dorothy is most well known for her 40 years as president of the National Council of Negro Women. In this position, she oversaw a range of programs on issues of voting rights, poverty, and AIDS. An interesting example of an initiative that Dorothy started in the 1980s was Black Family Reunions. Sponsored by the National Council of Negro Women, and held in cities across the United States, the reunions were events focused on celebrating the history, culture, and traditions of African Americans. Hundreds of thousands of people attended the first one in Washington, D.C. in 1986. Another fun project she oversaw was the creation of the health-conscious cookbook, the Black Family Dinner Quilt Cookbook, which includes a famous, delicious recipe for sweet potato pie. This is notable because she believed that her daily consumption of sweet potatoes was key to her good health and contributed to her long life. So the next time you eat a sweet potato, think about her and how you're helping to increase your lifespan. Unsurprisingly, Dorothy has received 36 honorary doctorates and dozens of awards. Among her most notable was the Presidential Medal of Freedom and the Congressional Gold Medal, which are the country's highest civilian awards. With the countless contributions Dr. Dorothy Height has made toward creating a society of equity for all, she is undoubtedly a woman of distinction. It is with great appreciation and admiration that the National Conference for College Women Student Leaders and organizers and attendees, including myself, honor and recognize her at this event as the 2010 Woman of Distinction.
How do you follow that? I'm going to give it a shot. And I leave you, finally, a responsibility to our youth. Dr. Mary McLeod Bethune, founder of the National Council of Negro Women, December 5th, 1935. Good evening, and congratulations to the National Conference for College Women Student Leaders for your 25th year of preparing women for leadership. I want to thank Jackie Jeter Hunter for all that you've done and for your foresight and for the organization's foresight to consider these women and Dr. Height for this prestigious award, and I congratulate you all. It is my pleasure to be here. Dr. Height was very pleased, and her shoulders would always go up and down when she laughed, and she was very pleased when she found out that she was going to be honored, especially since it is the 75th anniversary of the National Council of Negro Women and the 25th anniversary of the Black Family Reunion, so we were in good company. And we certainly hope to see everyone on the Mall on September 11th to help NCCW celebrate all families. I just also want to say that I made a conscious decision to invite someone to accompany me here tonight who personifies the qualities that Dr. Height espoused: commitment, integrity, passion, power, and leadership. I would like to acknowledge and congratulate an outstanding woman and future leader who just graduated from Howard University, a fellow author, young leader, and major force to be reckoned with. My guest and NCCW member, Ms. Erica Austin. Please stand.